What's tonight, folks? If this team get beat, we in the final four.
He's a poor man LeBron, bro, when it comes to trades. It's like, you guys look at, KD, what you go
down 3 games, it's a quick sweep.
Not cap if you want to. Cap if you want to. Cap if you want to.
You know what's in me.
When I said that they let James Harden do the same thing and let Kevin Durant do the same thing, and they're essentially letting James Harden do the same thing again.
It'll cause a quick freeze.
I said Kevin Durant should have took a 50-50 blame, and Westbrook should have took a 50-50 blame too.
MJ fade away with the eyes closed.
Bust motherfucking down. And when this soundboard loads up,
we in the building.
You feel me? We in the building. Today's smoking up motherfucking Tuesday. I don't give a fuck. It's a smoking episode, so tell your kids to get off the screen. You feel me? Because we gonna relax. What's up, Moot?
Hey, man. You know, like you said, you feel me? We smoking, you know what I'm saying? We smoking today, yes, sir.
I'm sipping on something a little different today. Now, anybody that been watching the show and as the guys know, Troy is a whiskey man. That might look like some whiskey. Kind of is some whiskey. But that's actually a blend of scotch and whiskey.
Okay, that's how I was going to say that. That's looking real golden over there, man. That's looking real golden. I like that.
Definitely need to chase it with that. That shit is strong. But anyway, we back in this bitch. You can tell I wasn't set up. Just by I got my lights on. I didn't turn nothing on. All right. A little off in life. But it's all right. We here. We on the show. We smoking it up. Boo, I'll be here in a second. And we got some NBA shit we want to talk about. As you see from the thumbnail, Dallas. It's like Dallas made the traded away Luka, season fell apart.
Brother.
That's what it's looking like. You feel me?
Just want to know what happened.
But that's what we want to know what happened. You feel me? We want to know what's going on over there. Is the Mavs doing this on purpose, Mo? Do they feel like they got something up their sleeves, Mo?
That's a good point. I'm not gonna lie. The crazy part is, look, I didn't even think about that. Like, in my head, I didn't even think about the fact that's like, you know what? Maybe like this is their way of tanking with that, right? Without like coming out and actually saying they're tanking. But you know, this guy gets injured here, you lock down this guy, you know, you shut down that guy. I'm just like, and then now that you bring it up, I'm like, wow, that could damn near be a possibility, bro. Like, I didn't want to think about it like that, but holy shit, we could be there.
Sending Anthony Davis to the G League, from what I hear. I don't know how true that is, but it's just odd. Like, have we around the same age? Have we ever been around a time where a team had to forfeit?
And that's the thing that's crazy to me, bro. Like, to the point where they have to forfeit, not only because of injury, but because of cap issues. Like, how did we get here? This is a team that was just in the finals last year. They traded away their star. Another one of their stars gets hurt, out for the season. One of the stars you traded for, he gets hurt. You got a few other guys that are out for the season now. And it's like, bro, the downfall is absolutely crazy. Literally, it's absolutely crazy. Like, I don't think, as far as I've been alive, like, we've seen like a downfall this bad, this fast though. Like, when, you know, normally takes a few years at least, but dog, we're talking about, we're not even a year in, we're not even a year out.
Oh yeah, it has never happened in the NBA. So,
like, that's absolutely crazy to me, bro. Like, I'm just like, what the, how the fuck did y'all get here? How did y'all fall that far that fast? And it's like, I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I'm saying that could be valid, bro. You bringing up a good point, because we know how the league and we know how everybody feels about tanking, right? They came out with the whole, oh, well, if you're not playing, then you miss out on the postseason awards, you miss out on this and the bonuses and all that stuff like that. So obviously that is a check towards the load managing thing and motherfuckers trying to tank for a higher draft position. But now it's like, well, what if we got a whole bunch of guys on IR and we got too many cap issues that we can't bring anybody up from the G League, and we got so many guys on IR that we just don't have enough guys to rotate. So we're not prepared to bring our guys back or try to rush our guys back in order to try to win, right? When we know that one of our main stars is out for the season. So why not just lock niggas down or shut niggas down for the rest of the season and be like, you know what, this is our version of taking.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. Team has never forfeited a game in the NBA. So for the Mavs to be this close to him,
I'm thinking at that point they just kind of like start pulling niggas off the street. Shit.
Come on, Moo, let's go play.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm with it, bro. We can be in Dallas tomorrow.
This is the Mavs injury list. Kyrie Irving out with a knee, suffered a torn ACL.
Yep.
Derek Lively the second, ankle. You got Daniel Gafford.
Yep.
Knee. You got Oliver Prosper.
I believe that's how you say it.
Underwent surgery to repair his wrist. Dante Exum. Left hand fracture.
Yep.
Anthony Davis sent to the G League. Well, we know he injured his leg, but now they're sending him to the G League, but he's out. Mm-hmm. Jaden Hardy, ankle. Kleber Martin, hip.
Yep.
Kai Jones, quad. And then they got Brandon Williams day-to-day with the hamstring tightness. So that's all the Mavs injuries. That's a crazy injury list for one team. And I mean,
literally one of the most craziest lists I've
you got 4 of those people, and this is what I don't think people are looking at. I know people are going to look at AD and Kyrie Irving, but you got Gafford, you got Lively out. Those are 2 big key pieces for the Mavs.
Be defensive.
Kleber Martin, I think, is not, I wouldn't say a big piece, but that's a solid piece to be missing.
Really good 3-point shooter.
I don't know who this Oliver guy is. Oh, he only averaging 3 points. It ain't hard to miss that nigga. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. It could be, like I said, could they be doing this on purpose? Like, there's a couple of guys here. Hardy's listed as questionable with his ankle. Kai Jones is listed questionable with his quadricep. Brandon Williamson is questionable. Ruled out. Yeah. So, I mean, I wonder who's on the roster now. Like, you got Maxey, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kessler Edwards, Najee Marshall, Dwight Powell, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington. I don't think that's sufficing to do anything. You feel me?
That's not even a solid rotation, bro. Like, I don't even. Damn, good gracious!
I have 13 games left. I mean, at least it's not 50 games. You feel me?
True.
At least we're not 50 motherfucking games. 50 games to go. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, to take 11 straight losses is crazy. Especially with, like, this is why I think they got to find a way. The NBA has to find some way or allow them to do sign a player, do something. Because there's a lot of playoff implications too. I want to pull up the NBA standing real quick. Sorry. So the Pacers is 5. They play the Pacers next. Detroit not in there. Oh no, Detroit is 6.
Yeah, Detroit's 6 right
after
now.
that.
They've actually playing some really solid basketball.
Yeah, Brooklyn not in there. I don't want the tree. I want this. No, stop it. All right, word. All right, so they play Toronto. Toronto's trying to get into the play-in. They play Orlando. Orlando sits at 8 right now. They play Brooklyn. Brooklyn's at 12. They played the Knicks, which is they're firmly in the 3rd seed, so that game ain't gonna change shit.
True.
Chicago's in 9th.
Knicks should win that
They
game.
definitely need every win they can get. Then they got the Clippers back to back. If I think this is because it says LA, but it don't say it got to be the Clippers because they got Los Angeles on the 9th. So the Clippers currently are in 8th place. So 2 extra wins that give them 40. Then you got the Lakers who's sitting in 4th place, and then the Memphis who's sitting in 5th place. And then Memphis is actually, I think, a half a game back from the Lakers. So there are some playoff potential seedings that could change due to forfeited ass games. Sorry, I was looking over here. I'm focused on that side of the screen and shit. But it could definitely put teams up a notch, down a notch, make them secure a spot. Especially with the Clippers being in 8th space in the 8th place, and the Timberwolves being in 7th, and right now it look like the Clippers are a game and a half back.
Yep.
So
then on top of that, you got to think about teams like Phoenix, right? Where this postseason can possibly have implications on if that team stays together in this offseason. Right, so depending on if they even make the postseason, because right now they're outside looking in at 11, they're not even in the play-in. So if Dallas gets to start forfeiting games, that moves them up, obviously, and it probably, depending on just how everything works out, it'll probably catapult Portland into the 10 spot. So now we're looking at a whole different play-in. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen.
Oh, because that's why I didn't notice that. You were all right. Dallas is in the 10th spot right now, so they're technically in the play-in.
Yeah, so they have
that's
the
even more of a damn son. How'd you end up like that moment? You feel me? Because it's like you guys know Troy hates the play-in. I fucking can't stand the play-in. Though, which they'll take that shit away. Top 8 seeds make it. Top 8 seeds play in the playoffs. That's it. That's just how it go. But Dallas is sitting in 10th spot, 33 and 36.
Yes, they are.
And Phoenix is sitting in an 11th spot at 32, 37. So they're half game back right now. What I'm seeing. Yeah, Dallas. I wouldn't want this to happen if I'm Dallas.
Exactly. But if
I'm Dallas, 8 people, and then if we go back to the injury list, you got 2 that's questionable. The rest of them don't look like they're coming back this year. So they're definitely not Kyrie.
Definitely not. But if I'm Phoenix, I love this, right? Because I'm coming off of a season where we literally got swept after Bradley Beal said I never got swept a day in my career. So you get swept and then to not make the playoffs. So if I'm Dallas, I'm monitoring this situation very closely because this can be
might be able to land KD.
You know what I mean? This might be the swing or Phoenix, this might be the swing that we need. This might be the little.
Yeah, because what if, because you do got pieces in Dallas. You got Gafford, you got Lively, you got, what's the other guy's name?
They got Dinwiddie. They got Washington.
PG Washington, which I wouldn't give up PJ, but I'm just saying you got names over there. You can move. You can move Kyrie, which I don't think they need a point guard. The Suns, no, I don't think they. I mean, unless you're going to try to get Bradley Beal up out of there, which is going to be hard with that no trade clause.
True. It's crazy, but
you're probably going to be stuck with Bradley till his contract's up. I'm just going to be truthful.
Honestly, that's what we're looking at.
To me, if you watch last episode, Devin Booker has to start taking some of the blame over there. I know KD goes over there, and we think that exempts, Devin Booker and it being his team for so long. And getting there the one time with CP, and I don't know, you just got here, hater, but I did say the forfeiting could be, me and Mooley just talking about, could it be the new way of tanking? So you heard it here first.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, it's just that it could work. Definitely, if I'm the Suns, I'm monitoring it, because if I could, let me go back to Dallas real quick. I don't know what their picks are though. I don't know how many picks they got.
I don't know, because with the trades, and then they acquired Clay in the offseason, which that wasn't a trade. I don't know if he was a free agent, so he was able to go where he wanted.
Traded from LA.
But I don't know.
I wish they told you, because Lively got drafted, traded. Kleber got traded. I mean, Max Christie got traded. Kyrie got traded.
Yeah.
Kleber Martin got traded. Gafford got traded. PJ Washington got traded, and so did Klay Thompson. So, let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can find. All right, so it looks like I don't know, this is a little weird. All right, okay, so I guess this first rounders, they have a 2025 their own, a 2025 Boston will receive the most or more favorable of Golden State's 2025 second round pick, Washington 2025 second round pick, or Detroit second round pick. All right, whatever. 26, they have their own. 28, and they don't tell you what drafts. Hold on, let me see if I can find a better. Yeah, let's go to Bleacher Report. Maybe Bleacher Report give me some. Give me a second. Bleacher Report didn't give me shit. You gave me less than. Hold on. All right, draft assets. All right, they have their own 2025, 2026, 2028, 2030, 2031. And then they have an unprotected first from the Lakers, 2029, and they can trade up to 3 first-round picks. Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely going for the number 1 pick.
Right. So if I'm going for the number 1, and I could trade that to the Suns with another first-round pick, let's say my 2028 first-round pick.
Yeah.
And maybe I get rid of a guy like Najee Marshall or OG Max Prosper. You're probably gonna have to give up either Gafford or PJ. Yeah, which I think people might be more after PJ.
Yeah.
Which KD could come right in and fill that role. You might even have to give up somebody like a Klay Thompson.
I wouldn't doubt that either. What if we see a Devin Booker leave instead of a KD?
Like I said in the last episode, I'm not opposed to seeing Devin Booker somewhere else. I'm not saying I'm not opposed to seeing him. I don't think they should trade him. I just think they need to hold them accountable. Like fans need to hold them accountable.
I don't think that should either, but I do think that with everything that's been going on in Phoenix, how everything is currently being just talked about, just the trajectory of the team, I just think that it wouldn't be surprising if they fucked around and honestly got rid of both of them at this current point.
And just keep Bradley?
Yep. I mean, yeah, only because they have to. Like they keep Bradley simply because he got him by the nuts, but
I mean, he definitely got him by the nuts. He's not even like hiding it.
yeah, like he's full blown handful.
Full blown by the nuts.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like I said before, you can see him maybe trade a guy like Kyrie. Maybe a Klay Thompson's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you see PJ somewhere else or Gafford somewhere else, and then they give up this year's first round if they get it, and then, well, I don't think they'll get the. They won't. I mean, I don't think they could get the number 1 pick
this year.
Yeah,
I know they probably.
I don't think it's possible.
Actually, no, I don't think so either.
Because if I'm looking at it correctly, the worst team, no, they can't. Well, it's 11 games left. If they want the worst pick, they would have to lose every single game, and the Jazz would have to win like literally 20 games.
Yeah,
like,
the Jazz went out.
Not even went out. They win 11 games. They're at 26. That was at 33.
Would they be in the lottery though?
Who?
Dallas.
If they what?
If they ended up losing out.
No, they wouldn't be in the lottery. Would they be in the lottery?
Yeah.
I mean, the Pelicans is 18-51. I don't see the Spurs winning any more games at 28-39.
Not without De'Aaron, he's out for the season.
I don't see Portland trying to win any more games at 30-39. I think the only team here that's trying to win games is the Suns. So if the bottom will have to go out there and win some games, Dallas will have to stay at 33. Phoenix will come up because they're trying to win more games. I think Portland probably wins 2 to 3 more games, so that could be kind of interesting to see Dallas and Portland at 30-33. Yeah, but if I'm the Spurs, I don't win not one more fucking game. So I'm staying at 28. And if I'm the Pelicans Jazz, I'm in the same mindset. Like, fuck it. We this late in the season, ain't shit I could do. Because in the East, you got Washington 15-52. The Hornets 17-51. You got the Nets 23-46. And then the bottom 5 for the East is a little tighter when it gets to the top, the 13, 12, and 11. 23-46, 23-45, 24-45. And the Heat is in the play-in at 29-39, and the Bulls is in at 29-39. So with 11 games left, or 11 to 12 games left, you could definitely see some movement there. But with Washington being at 15 and Hornets being at 17, I'm not trying to win another game. So right now you would have Jazz, Washington, Hornets, Pelicans, Nets, 76ers, Toronto, then Spurs, then the Heat, the Bulls, and then the Blazers. That would be the order from worst winning team to the one that has the most wins. That's not how the draft works. I know, so don't be trying to kill me and shit. I know that's how I draft. I'm just saying by record, Dallas will have to fall so far down with not enough games needed to. So I would say possibly. I know my answer was long. I would say possibly we see them in the lottery, but I think definitely it's going to be in the area of Jazz, Pelicans, Washington Hornets.
That was an astute breakdown, my brother. I do say so.
I'll try my best. Let me check on a little one real quick, sorry.
What I will say about this though, while Troy is stepping away for a second, I will say that it is, I guess, a good thing. It's never a good thing when players get injured and we have to switch players out. It's obviously horrible, right? But it's a solid thing that it's this late in the season, so that they don't have to really worry about. I guess a final season stretch, if that makes sense. You don't really have to worry about putting your best foot forward. But I think the most important thing, or the more interesting thing, is who they would, if they are in a situation of forfeiting, who they would bring or who they would sign in order to kind of, I guess, weather the storm until the end of the season, right? Because there's the freaking Dwight Howards of the world. Everybody's talking about he still needs a job. They want to see him on the NBA roster. Boogie Cousins, same thing. Isaiah Thomas, he's been in the G League, cooking and whatnot. So there's a lot of players that a lot of people have been, advocating to get on an NBA roster. But it's like, I don't know, would Dallas even do that, or are they just going the forfeit route?
Yeah, I don't know, dog. I mean, that's a hard thing, but I like you bringing up the KD thing because that is something to watch. It's very interesting. I appreciate you bringing it up because I didn't even think about spending that. Now looking at their draft assets, what they could do because they have. Oh, I'm seeing over here too. They have their top 2 protected first to Charlotte 2027. They swap rights with Oklahoma for 2028. Hold on. I gotta get a close-up on this. Or better fucking picture. All right, there we go. Let me see. There we go. Unprotected first to Houston or Brooklyn 2029 and swipe rights to San Antonio 2030.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they have some moves they can make. So,
all right. Yeah, most definitely. That's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking like
KD and Clay meet up again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
KD and Clay meet up. KD, Kyrie, Clay meet up. I don't know, but shit, we've seen crazy shit.
Imagine they go from Brooklyn to Dallas, and Dallas like we're gonna do it the right way, and they actually win a championship.
We've seen crazy shit happen, right?
Yeah, we surely have.
So all I'm saying,
Pistons won without a superstar. You feel me? That's in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, we can't put none past none of these boys, man, or none of these executives. You know what I mean? Like they do crazy shit to win a championship, and a lot of people get desperate.
They do, but if I'm Dallas, you got to think about it on the other end too, where okay, if I'm getting KD, I'm not giving up AD. And I'm probably going to try to keep Kyrie, but I'm willing to more part ways with Kyrie.
True.
Right. So if I have Kyrie, AD, and KD, first narrative, all 3 of them gets injured a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to hear come out of media, and you heard this shit here first out of Troy's mouth. What we're going to hear out of media is it's a repeat of Brooklyn. It's a repeat of Brooklyn. It's the Nets all over again.
This is true.
That's what we're going. So if I'm KD on the other side of it, if I'm KD, I'm kind of a little bit more cautious. If I want to, maybe me and AD could kind of get there, and maybe you get another point guard there to sort of do less now that you got KD than what Kyrie was doing, like a Dante Exum. Somebody just get the ball to KD, put it in his hands, put it in AD's hands. But I'm telling you, the narrative, if Dallas could pull it off, the narrative would be it's Brooklyn all over again.
But I mean, they'll be able to do it the right way this time, especially if you add a player. Well, it depends. I guess it depends on who they will come off of and who they want to keep, right? Like if they're keeping AD, and they're coming off of a PJ Washington, they're coming off of Derek Lively or a Gafford, or even Dinwiddie. They like to throw his ass around the fucking league, right? So, and you do have a KD, Kyrie, AD team up, then I don't know. Maybe that's a dynamic that works, right? Shoot, and then you add Klay to that conversation if they decide to keep him. Who knows? We've seen crazy shit happen, and that's what the aspect of Dallas having to lose their position, obviously, in forfeiting, and then with the whole KD situation in Phoenix, him basically hinting that he's essentially gone. Man, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. Shit, and I still wouldn't be surprised if they trade Devin Booker.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, Boo just came into a lot. He's like, damn, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. So we were initially having the conversation about Dallas maybe having to forfeit games, and Moolish brought up a great point of maybe, because I said, what if Dallas is doing this in a way to like tanking shit? When Moolish pushed that point a little further, and then he brought up the point of maybe they're trying to get KD. So then we went into a little bit of Dallas assets and what they could do and the trades the people they could move with a trade to Phoenix to get KD up out of there and get him over there. And then what you walked into was me talking to bringing up the other side of it, where if I'm KD, I could be a little cautious because the narrative that comes if they keep Kyrie and it's me, Kyrie, Anthony Davis. You feel me? The narrative will be as Brooklyn all over again because all three of them are injury prone.
Well.
Oh, by the way, boo, this Smoke Tuesday, nigga. Smoke freely, nigga.
Yeah, I'm about to roll up. But what I would say to that is, if you Kevin Durant though, like long as you hooping, you can't think like injury.
I'm not saying KD though, not to cut you off. I'm saying the media. Like the Stephen A. Smiths, the Shannon Sharp, well, not like those guys, the Nick Wrights, like all of those guys is going to be like, yo, this is Brooklyn all over again. All three of these guys are injury prone. How many games are they going to play together?
But as a professional athlete today, my best advice would be to them is to tune that shit out, bro.
100%.
You just have to, bro. Like at the end of the day, you have to make the best basketball decision for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do this. So if Dallas could potentially, you know what I'm saying, have the assets, if I'm KD, hell yeah, right now the way Phoenix looking, you know what I mean? Like the reality of it, bro, I don't want to be nowhere where it's just we barely making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I still got something to offer. Ain't no way.
Mulich also brought up a good point is, do they trade Devin Booker?
They blow. If I'm Phoenix, I blow the whole thing.
Well, you can't get rid of Bradley Beal unless you send him.
That's the only person they can't get rid of.
But you can, though. You just got to be willing to be bad. Like, if you're Phoenix, you should be willing to be shit right now. Like, end of the day, bro. It's just the reality. You went to a finals, 3 years ago? You didn't win.
You said you didn't win.
Reality, they didn't win. Like, their core was there is kind of gone. It's gone. The core is gone. Mikal Bridges, Aiden, Chris Paul, that core is gone. So now you try the new core with Bradley Beal, KD, and Booker. That core is not working. At this point, you just need to try to get as many assets as you can for KD and Booker. And with Bradley Beal, you just need to take an L because you shouldn't have never done that shit. So now you just need to take the fucking L. Give him whatever deal, wherever he wants to go, make that deal and give it up.
That's hard up. Though. That's hard though.
It's not.
I'm gonna give a little pushback here, but
Good.
And it's hard only in the sense of if I'm a general manager or if I'm the president and I'm looking at the KD's disgruntledness and not wanting to be there, and I'm going to trade for him, that's going to be a pillar for me in my trade talk. Like, yo, I'm not giving you all that because he don't want to be there. So you either going to keep him, you're going to play bad. You want my pieces, right? Especially if I'm the top team that this team want, right? Let's say I'm the top team. I got the pieces they want. I got the assets. Like, nah, you're gonna have to come off that, like come down on that price. And we seen it done in Brooklyn with KD. Like the Brooklyn Nets was like, I want this, and teams was like, nah, he really don't want to be there. So why are we gonna pay you all that for it? Like, so if Phoenix is in that mindset, like, all right, I'm not trying to take a deal for KD that's less than what it is, then you're gonna probably have to get like a Rudy Gobert +3 type deal for KD going, which is probably gonna be a 9-team trade, nigga, never done before. And
it's not
crazier dog at this point.
That's the reality. It's not going down like that no more for KD. At this stage in his career, general managers do see that he's 36, he's injury prone. It's a big gamble.
But that's what I'm saying too. That in Phoenix, you saying if they get a good trade for KD, get a good trade.
I said they have to take the best deals as they can, whatever that presents themselves. At this point in time, they should be more concerned with blowing this shit up.
I get you and I agree. Take the best, but that's what to me when like, what is that? Like
the reality is we're gonna get some for KD. You're hoping obviously a young budding star, right? You're hoping, right? You're hoping, but if you can just get some throwaway contracts, if you're Phoenix, you're finna be bad. You have to accept this. You're in a small market. It is better to accept it now.
It's hard because after everything we accomplished, after all the pushing through, after all the trades we made, after all the pieces of money we spent to get to that point of making the finals, as an owner, I'm like, yo, that shit. No. I get you. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. But that shit is still hard when you got to fold them, bro. When you got to lay that good ass hand down because you know that nigga got you beat with a better hand, bro. That shit is hard. It ain't easy.
But you tried a couple of years ago to put together a championship caliber team. You did it. They made it to the finals. They lost. Fine. You ran it back the next year. You got exposed by a young budding star in the league, Luka Doncic. Mm-hmm. Next year, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's let's blow the team up. We're gonna trade our best young defender, our most durable player, for a established superstar. Even though he's an Asian superstar, we're gonna give up our bench, our young budding defender for this guy. You tried essentially, if you're a small market team, you tried essentially everything within your powers to bring a championship home. Now it's time to realize that didn't work. It's time to start the fuck over. And when I mean start the fuck over, you need to start the fuck over. There's no more resemblance of that old team. We need to be a bottom feeder again. Because there is no worse place in the NBA than being where they are right now, which is in the middle of every fucking thing. You never want to be there. They're literally the 16th or 18th best team in the NBA. That's purgatory. You don't get good draft picks. You're just floating around this bitch.
Yeah.
But they should be better though. They shouldn't be They should be.
Not, that's the problem. They're not.
At least in top 8 best team, they should be, and that's why going back to a little bit to the conversation we had last week, I think it's the blame. Also, what we really didn't talk about is on the guys that's pulling the strings on the back. You know, the president, the guys who traded, like you were saying, that got these guys there that didn't really put a good game plan together for them either, for them to succeed since KD's been there. And then a lot of it goes on the players, Booker, KD, and Bill. The main three not getting done, you know, the job at hand. The job is to win games, and not having defense, I think, is what really hurts the Suns. And I don't blame that on the players, because the players are who the players are. If I'm fucking scouting a player, I know he fucking is not good or average on defense. So I have to take that in consideration when I'm constructing the team. So I think a lot of that onus goes on those guys too that constructed this team. Where's the defense at? Where are you guys? Like, we seen it in the playoffs when they were going off that one year. I think 2 years ago, was it? I think the first year KD got there, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was going off in the playoffs, like when KD got back. And it's like, all right, this is what you see. And then Bill gets there and then they don't capitalize on it. And it's like, as an owner, I'm holding on, like you said, to that moment. It's like, man, I was just there. I know I could get back there, but it's just like something is going on in that locker room where they're not gelling, because that team should be so much better than what they are. But they find themselves in trouble because it's like we have to outscore teams. And I think a lot of teams around the league, and I think you guys would agree with it, has gotten better at playing defense. So if I'm playing a little bit more defense than you, nigga, then I'm gonna win this game, because if I can score at the same pace as you.
I don't agree with teams getting better at defense. I do agree with Phoenix not having defense, and that's hurting them. But
I think a lot of teams pick their defense up. I don't think people expected the Cavs to come out and play defense like the way they do. I think OKC in the last couple of years have picked their defense up.
That's not picking defense up. That's just being that's just playing to your standards to me. Yeah, like if you have good caliber defensive players, you're just playing to your caliber. They have good defensive players on that
right,
team.
But that's what I mean. Like OKC didn't in the last 5 years got these players to get to where.
I mean, you have to grow it, so that's understandable. But
and then teams like Cleveland make trades to get a guy like Allen over there and Mitchell over there. Like you got to go out and put the pieces together so it all fits. So some guys that don't play defense or lack on, like it's like what Golden State did when KD went over. They knew KD wasn't this great one-on-one defender, but he was a decent to good, very good help defender. He really helped them in the spots in that help defender spot. That's what his role, most of his role came from, his defense came from. It was like, I'm gonna be on my guy, but as soon as this happened, I'm getting to this spot because I know that's where I need to be. Like that's what KD. So I think, as you said, KD is older now, so he can't do that. Excuse me, he can't do that.
Good if the personnel was there. The personnel.
No, right. I don't think he could do it to the same level I was going to say, but I was going to follow up. If you put defensive guys around him, like the defensive team, you're seeing in Cleveland, those guys really stepped it up in the last year. The Knicks play, good defense. The Bucks, when they was on their championship run, played good defense. Like even the Nuggets, when they were on their run, they, play good defense. Like you gotta add pieces. Like the Nets, the Nuggets added what's his name? I'm picturing his face, but I can't get his fucking name. He left the year right after. It was two of them. Wasn't it KCP and then fucking Bruce Brown?
Yeah, but
Bruce Brown, I think it was.
Yeah,
like they picked up key pieces to help them in spots where they needed help, and it helped them win. And that's where I'm saying
pieces though, Troy.
These
players was already on the team. It was like a, what I'm saying, they just grew together. That's just the reality of things. A lot of times, a lot of franchises you will see they just lose.
Bruce Brown started on the Pistons.
Now he is.
Who?
He got
drafted.
Or maybe
Bruce got drafted by the Pistons, I believe.
No, he was on the Nets first. He probably got drafted to the Pistons. He was on the Nets, then he went to the Denver. But regardless, though, I'm still saying that's just he's a complimentary piece. He's not nothing super special.
He's on the Pelicans right now.
But the reality again is franchises a lot of times they push, they rush. You know what I'm saying? It's a win now type of league. So at the end of the day, when I look at a Phoenix again, when I look at them, when you acquire a player like Kevin Durant, your plan is clearly to win now. It's no plan other than to win now. So when they initially brought Kevin Durant there, again, they old core was there. They was trying to basically replace his offense with Mikal Bridges' defense for the most part. And it worked, but it didn't work type deal. They got to the second round of the playoffs, but you know what I'm saying? Again, they met a hungry Denver team. The reality still for me is that you cannot play if you're Phoenix, if I'm the GM, the owner, whatever, mostly the owner, because the GM job is only lasting as long as the team is winning. So like the owner need to be thinking about this from a future standpoint. Even if we keep the GM or don't keep the GM, currently the players are like, at the end of the day, it's not the to downplay coaching or player management or, you know what I'm saying, the front offices is not to downplay it. At the end of the day, the players are going to determine what you are as a franchise. So these players currently that we have us looking like the 17th or 18th best team in the league. That is nowhere we need to be right now. We either need to be really good or really bad. And you need to blow this shit up because it's not working.
I don't know if I agree with that. You either need to be really good or really. I think the Nuggets were really bad, but got good and then won a championship. When I think the Bucks same way, but I think it comes in growth. Like I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's time to blow it up and rebuild 100%. But it's like that's not the only two options. Like there's another option where you can put yourself as teams have done in history in rebuilds where they turn rebuilds into just fucking remodels and fucking just build from there. They get lucky in the draft. They get a guy. They get able to trade for a guy. They sign a guy in the off season, make a trade for another guy, and then now they have a well put together team that they could build on going forward. And they had a team
that didn't have an established superstar. Name one right now.
You said, I'm sorry, I didn't say established superstar.
You need one to do this. It's rebuild with the shit you were just talking about. The rebuild in the middle of it. That's not true. You can have good players on teams and build yourself. But like I said, you can get lucky in the draft with a guy without naming the
build for the future. I didn't say it's a turnover the next year. I literally said the other option would be to put yourself in place where you can get back and not be a rebuild but a remodel.
Can you name me the team that did that?
That did what?
That did that. Name me a team that did that. What you're talking about? Name me one. Without established superstar that they did a rebuild and just added some pieces. Name me one.
I'm not saying they just added some pieces and what was right back in the mix. I literally just said that. That's not what I'm saying. So that's like you like. I don't say words for not to be heard. Like I don't literally just said.
Sorry, you talking about you don't agree with what I'm saying. The NBA. That's any professional sport, not just the NBA, any professional sport. If you're in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, you either want to be a contender, like competing for a championship. You simply just lose because the team has your number. Cool. You might can regroup from that. But if you are a team that lacks flaws, that has flaws, and you overachieve, a la like a team like the Atlanta Hawks, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Everybody expected them the next year to either make it that far again. What happened? Lost in the first round. That's obvious because you need to be aware that we kind of overachieved. We was not supposed to get this far. Again, if you do not have an established superstar, which the Suns don't right now, because Devin Booker is not a superstar. Kevin Durant, even though he has a name of a superstar, is not producing like a superstar anymore. You need to blow that shit up because you're just wasting time right now. You have no assets because you're going to either have to trade one of them to have assets. You don't have it. You cannot build a team around Kevin Durant today. You cannot build a team around Devin Booker currently, as we see right now. Blow the shit up. It's just easy as that. There is no rebuild in this. Unless you trying to tell me the only person I can think of that did a mini rebuild in the middle of his prime was Kobe Bryant. That's the only one I can think of. Can I think of nobody else that did a rebuild in the middle of their prime and won a title?
Rebuild is when you blow it up and you start from scratch.
Rebuild is what you're talking about.
Remodel is what I'm talking about. It's just putting yourself in position, right? So, like,
winning the title,
is
winning the title one of the criteria for that?
No,
I would say so. Like that should be the end goal. Like if you're gonna do a remodel,
winning a title in the future, not now. I think Buop is thinking I'm talking about in the sense of like the next year they turn over and they're a good team. I said a team doesn't have to go straight to the bottom. There are teams that sit in the middle that get lucky in the draft. I don't want to mince my words. That get lucky in the draft or get a piece or is able to trade for a piece or get a guy to sign there. They become a better team, and then they get somebody else to come, and then they become a better team. Like the Bucks getting Giannis, Chris Middleton being there, them then getting Drew Holiday. Like things like that happen in the NBA. Like I can name you teams that have done that. Like the OKC getting rid of Westbrook. They took them a couple of years. They get Shea lucky in the draft. Look where they are now.
You're not
that's what I'm
naming the
talking
team
about.
that
That's a
did it.
remodel. And team, they talk about that all the time. I don't know what's confusing.
You're not naming the team that did that.
Just okay.
You just brought up the Bucks, which is I would give you the Bucks is fair, but the difference between the Bucks was not in a rebuild. They literally traded Eric Bledsoe, and got fucking.
You said it right.
No, Eric Bledsoe.
Terry Rozier, nigga, shout out Terry.
And they got Drew Holiday. That was a basically a swap for a swap. They got a upgraded.
I don't care what the swap for the swap was. I'm just saying teams.
That's not
to get better. Is all I'm saying.
That's not a rebuild. That's not even a remodel. That's literally
for the third time.
I'm not understanding what you're saying, Troy.
I'm good. I said it as flat as I can say it. I'm good.
I mean, you're not making sense, Troy.
Here we go with the sense thing. I guess not. I'm good with that.
Why are you good with that? Why are you just like good with this?
I'm good with that because I'm not here to change your mind. That's why I'm good with that. And I stated my piece, and I'm good.
I just don't understand how they get off the Bradley Beal situation. He's not an unrestricted free agent until 2027, 2028. He has
to let him go, move. They just got to let him go. They have to realize when we brought him here, it was a huge fucking mistake. Sometimes when you make mistakes, you have to accept
when there's a lot of money on the line. Like
it does not matter. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. You cannot try to cheat your way out of this.
We're gonna buy you out. No, I'm gonna make that nigga play his contract. Just like I would make
him just to watch him play.
Do they cut him?
Play your contract, nigga.
No, you trade him, bro. You can get some pieces from Bradley Beal. You might not get what you want as far as the money.
But if you can't get what you want, if you can't realistically, as the Suns, and this is what I was trying to say earlier, if you can't realistically get what you want for KD, right? Because he's older, other executives know that he doesn't want to be there. You think you're gonna realistically get what you want for Bradley Beal?
You're not gonna realistically get what you want for none of these,
and none of them. That's what I'm saying. Back to the original point. That's why I think the Dallas Mavericks have the best chance to slide up in there and slide them like a Klay Thompson. You feel me? Give him like a Derek Lively and, some 2 of the first round, 3 of those first round picks, man.
I'm not doing none of
that. The only reason why I asked about Bradley because he has a no trade. So,
right. But that's what I'm saying. You have to give him what he wants. You have to accept that you knew this shit coming through the door when you traded for it.
I learned from Mark motherfucking Cuban. Hell nah, nigga.
Hell no. You fucking
Mark Cuban said I trade your hands when I want.
So I'm like, at the end of the day, if what exactly are we giving him in order for him?
Wherever he feels comfortable at, right? You're gonna go talk to Bradley Beal, right? You're gonna be like,
what if he feel comfortable somewhere in that team don't want him?
Time out. All we need to know is where he wants to go and what teams are wanting to do. That's it. That's all we need to know. Where is his destination?
Go somewhere they don't want him. I'm just saying.
It's teams that want him.
I'm not saying there's teams that don't want him. There was teams that wanted Kyrie. Kyrie did not want to go to those teams. When KD didn't come, there was teams that KD literally decided I don't want to go back to the Warriors.
Hey, Bradley Beal contract, that trade clause shit is finna be over soon, bro. At the end of the day, if you're Phoenix, all you concerned is about getting him out of your team jersey. That's all you're concerned about.
Bradley looks at it as his protection for him.
I don't care what last one you said it as, bro. All you have to do is tell this man, we don't want you on this team no more. Where do you want to go?
That's how I think it's that different from Bradley, bro. This nigga like, nah.
Bradley Beal don't
hold the power. He can say yes, he can say no.
Okay.
Carmelo did it to the Knicks.
That's why you're asking him, Troy. Where would he like to go? That's why you're asking him that. Then you as a GM, you go make deals. That's what you do, right? Am I tripping?
No, 100%. You try to get the deal that he wants to get, just like Jimmy Butler. He wanted to get over to the Warriors. He got over to the Warriors.
If he gives you 4 teams, whichever of them 4 teams,
team one of them, you go get them. But I'm just saying,
here you go, Bradley Beal.
We have players that give you one team. They start with 5, and then by the end of the day, they got. I want to go here.
More than likely, he has more than one team available.
But that's what I'm saying. Bradley Beal is in a position if you just be like, I want to go here.
Okay, but I'm gonna just do what he wants him to do, Troy. Like, I have to get him off of my team, bro. I'm not finna keep him.
I'm with you, boo. I'm not against you on getting him off the team. I'm just saying that it's not that easy, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, if Bradley come to the table like, nigga, bro, I want this, and that's it, and that team be like, nah, we really don't want Bradley at this time, bro, then what? Then they got to go back to the table like, well, they don't want you. Now what? And then, all right, well, I want to go here. And it's like, you don't think the execs gonna know that the other team was like, nah, they don't want
to. You don't think Bradley Beal got a good inkling of what teams? He don't talk to other 100%.
You know, I think all three. I think Devin Booker right now knows where he want to go if they offer him a trade.
Okay, so that's my point of this whole conversation,
but
bro.
It don't always happen like that. That's what I'm saying.
Because GMs will always go to players like that. GMs are trying to make sneaky moves behind players back because most players don't have trade clause. That's why.
No, that's how Kyrie ended up in Boston.
Regardless, Boston was still a team that Kyrie told them, hey, I'll be okay going there. That's why they traded for him. At the end of the day, everybody knows they know what's going on. 9 times out of 10, you know when a player don't want to be somewhere because it's just like Kawhi. Kawhi did not want to be in Toronto. Everybody fucking knew it. Everybody kind of understood. They overachieved by winning the championship, etc. Everybody knows this. Kawhi was leaving. Everybody knew this.
Ultimate revenge.
It wasn't even revenge. He just wasn't going to play in Toronto. That wasn't where he wanted to be.
For Toronto, for the Spurs. It was like, all right, trade me, bang, title.
I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks. Just like that. Traded a franchise player. The next year, you won a title. It does suck. But
I'm with you. They got to blow it up. I don't think it's like when you have that many powerhouses. I just don't. It's just like when you blow that shit up, that shit gonna hurt you for years to come. And I'm not just one to want to be hurt for years to come. And that's what I'm speaking to. If I was, I'm not. I get that I got to do something, but I also not speak to this. And I think Mooley, you can back me. I always speak to this. Like they got to get what's in their best interest too. Like it can't just be, excuse me. Oh, I want to go here, and it's like, all right, well, their team don't really got no fucking assets. You feel me? And I get it. There's always a list. But like I said, we always see players lower their list to 2 teams or a team. Like we have had players come out and be like, I want to go here. Like if I'm not mistaken, Paul George just did it. If I'm not mistaken, Paul George just did it. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. I'm not saying I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he did say he wanted to go.
Still available.
Huh?
He took the best deal available.
Oh, 100%. But I'm just saying, like.
He didn't get traded. Really?
Players lower their list. Things can change. Media reports one thing. Players come out and say, I never said that. Then they say, I didn't say I want to go there. So there could be a lot of things that the Suns are looking at. Like, all right, if we want to win now, we don't want to lose for 10 years. So if I'm in the mindset of win now, I kind of want to put myself in a position where I could kind of get back to winning now in another 2-3 years. Bro. That's what I'm saying by a remove, trying to get in position to put. So if you're going to trade a guy like KD or you're going to give up a young star like Booker, and I think Booker might be the one you just might get what you're asking for. So if that's the case, you probably got to go all out for him, and it got to be with the right team, like somebody like the Jazz. But they ain't much there. There's not much on a team like the Jazz that would have been able to give you a deal like that. I'm just referencing Rudy Gobert there, that you could really take because Rudy's not there. You feel me? So it's like you got to find something there because you're, like you said, you're probably going to take a loss on Bradley. I don't know how you get off Bradley. And if I'm numb, if I'm eating anything, I'm eating Bradley staying here.
You're going to take a loss on all of these players. That's the reality.
I get that, but that's just hard. As fans, I get that. But as if I'm thinking owner mode, that's hard. It's hard to swallow.
If you're an owner, it's not hard.
It's hard.
No, God damn, bro, you have to realize you fucked up.
Yeah, I'm with you. They know they fucked up. So how do you recover from it? That's what I'm saying. It's not just realizing you fucked up. What's the solution?
Take the fucking L right now.
That's not just the solution. You can't just be like take the L and then you gotta fucking put yourself in position to win again. The job is to win again. I don't want to be at the bottom and be at the bottom. Like I've been down there. Them niggas been down there before. And now they tasted the finals. So they're probably trying to think, nigga, how we stay on this level and get closer to getting back to the goddamn finals and having a chance to look. You don't think they over there, the Suns over there, like, yo, look at Boston, bro. Look at the fucking Nuggets, bro. Look at the Bucks, bro. Like these niggas just out here nowhere, coming out of nowhere, building their teams. Like that's what the fuck they want to do, bro. After having the era of LeBron, almost the era of LeBron.
Do you know how they did that, or you just
in the chat, bro? Think they want a taste of the gold? Like,
do you know how they did that, or are you just on the chat?
Know how? What? Who did what? I said
those teams you mentioned. Yeah, the team you mentioned. How Milwaukee won a title through the draft.
Yeah, 100%. But that's why I said my earlier statement and where Troy started was the first thing that came out my mouth was you get lucky in the draft. Was it not Moo? That was the first thing that came out my mouth. You gotta get lucky. You just gotta put yourself in position to get some picks, put yourself in position to get back. And I don't know if there's guys coming out in this draft where it's like, I'm a trade KD right now for this, where I could use these picks now.
It's not about right now.
He's going to really come in like that unless they're really
about right now, bro. It's over with for right now, bro. It's over with for the next 2-3 years. You're rebuilding. Ain't no 2-3 years, bro. It's going to be longer. It does not matter. It does not matter.
Doesn't that matter as a team owner? I'm not talking about players. How does that matter as a team owner? How does that not matter when the job is for me and as a small market, right? For me to make more money, to maximize that money I make in that year is to win a championship. Like, you don't think Phoenix wants to taste of what the Bucks, the small market that won the championship, got? The parade, to go like, hell yeah, they want this shit.
Again, you have to get lucky. So again, the only way you're going to get lucky, bro, if you start right now realizing your circumstances. Right now, the team that
the offseason, they're gone. We know that. Well, I'm not debating that. Like, KD's gone this offseason at least. We know that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a quick move. I would not be surprised if it's you feel me? Like, we had this worked out for deals. We just had to wait to the thing so we don't get tampering, blah. You feel me? Like, KD might already know where he fucking going, like what the trade is. You feel me? Because that's just how shit works. But the question is, what do you do with the other two? If you blow it up, what is the plan for them? What is the solution behind
it? Fuck the plan, bro.
How as an owner is it fuck the plan? I cannot accept that. How as an owner, I'm going to tell myself, fuck the plan, owner. Man.
We not on. We talking realistic.
Get him out of here. I'll think about that shit later. Let me go smoke some weed and I'll come back to you. Like, let me just go smoke a blunt and I get back to you. Like, I didn't.
Bro,
as an owner of a team,
like that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you,
that's what I'm talking about. So how is that not? That's literally my whole point.
Troy, you just be talking blasphemy a lot of times, bro. Would you name me one team besides the Milwaukee Bucks who did it through the draft? Name me a team that did doing what you're talking about. Turned it around. Name me one. Name me one. The Nuggets. How?
Boston.
How did the Nuggets do it?
Well, didn't they not draft Jamal Murray and Jokic?
In 2017 and 20.
Did they not build the team up and got better with those teams?
Troy, they had their cornerstones through the draft. Troy, they had their cornerstones through the draft. They won a title.
I'm sorry?
They had their corner. They drafted their cornerstones through the draft. They won a title. Jamal Murray has never played for any other team besides Denver. Correct? Correct. Okay. Jokic. Any other team besides Denver?
Yeah, in this country.
That's about Michael Porter Jr. Any other team besides Denver?
I'm sorry?
True. Michael Porter Jr. Any other team besides Denver?
No, I said Michael Porter Jr. They built it through the draft. I don't know why you're naming these players. I'm saying they're the best teams that built it through the draft. I'm making Boston building through the draft.
Okay, Boston drafted through the draft. All those players, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, their cornerstones drafted.
Peyton Pritchard. Don't forget my nigga.
I'm not mentioning him, but anyway.
I did. History books. That's
a good draft. Not mentioning
the history book.
Anyways, bro. Of course, throughout a championship contending run, you're going to add pieces like a Derek White, a Aaron Gordon, a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You're going to add these type of players, role players, to your teams to go with your cornerstones. Again, Denver cornerstones originally was Booker, Bridges, Ayton. Only one remains.
You mean something, yeah.
It is time to blow this shit up and be
Not
bad.
without a plan, bro. You can't just blow it up.
Plan is to be bad, Troy, so we can get good picks in the fucking draft.
But you can get good picks with the players you're trading away.
What?
So why do I have to be bad? Like, bro, like it's not like you said it's blasphemy, but I understand you're gonna say Anthony Davis, but Dallas just repositioned themselves not to be bad. Like, yeah, the injuries came this season and it's fucked up, but they just repositioned themselves not to be bad. So why can't the Suns do that?
How they do that? Tell me how they do that.
I just said you're gonna say AD. Like I literally just said it out of my mouth. I don't fucking understand this.
Name me the picks Dallas got. Name me the picks Dallas got.
Oh my Jesus.
Name me the picks.
Lord Jesus.
They got the Lakers. They got the Lakers picks. Name me the picks. Name me the picks.
I don't know what picks they got off the top of my head.
So how you know they finna be repositioned then? You just throwing that out there?
They repositioned themselves with Kyrie and AD.
Know that? How you know that?
Repositioned? Because I know if they're healthy right now, they go into the play-in. I promise you that. I promise you both those boys on the floor, they go into the play-in. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, and that's where they was headed anyway. So you ain't gonna tell me they didn't fucking put themselves in proposition to fucking make some more moves, like Troy said in the beginning that he makes no sense on, right? But then Boo-Wop spins around and he comes back and says the same shit I was just saying.
What did I say? What I was saying. I'm confused. What did I say?
Literally what I was saying.
What?
Like I'm not going back, bro. Literally what I was saying. Like
stay off.
You have to get lucky in the draft, add some more players, get back. That's what I said in the beginning. You just said, but they had to add this player. Then they added White. Then they added Drew Holiday. That's not what I said.
You're not going to win in 10 years.
Without the words
it does not matter. You have not won in 50 fucking years. So why does it matter? You ain't won in 50 years. Why does it matter? Be bad again. Oh, well.
That's why it matters, because I haven't fucking won in 50 years. I'm the fucking owner of a team that holds the record in history. I've been winning for 50 fucking years. And you want me to go back to being bad?
That's not the same.
You want me to go back to being bad? I just can't do it, Michael. I just can't do it, Michael.
That's not the same owner.
I just can't do it, Michael.
That's not the same owner, so miss me with that bullshit.
It's not the same owner. He wearing it. He's still wearing it.
I'm not wearing nothing that ain't. I'm not wearing.
Still wearing it. He a part of it, nigga. He a part of the history. What are you talking about? He's a part of that 50 years.
I'm a part of something that I ain't own.
I don't give a fuck if he put an hour in, nigga, and quit. He's a part of the history, nigga.
That's you.
He could have been in charge for fucking 2 minutes, nigga. He's a part of that history. He a part of the 50 years. He a part of it. Every single one of the goddamn owners is a part of it. So what are we talking about? That's why you strive to be better. That's why you don't give up. I'm not gonna blow my shit up and be in a bad position when I've been there for 50 fucking years. But anyway, in other news, Moolage, you said you had injury reports for us. Let's kick it over to Moo and get some injury reports.
Yeah, a lot of people injured. Like I said earlier, De'Aaron Fox having injured or having the surgery on that, I believe it's that finger. So he's out for the season. I think, what was it? Herb Jones, I think it was. Pretty sure he's Herb Jones. A lot of people were. Let me see. Yeah. 2 seconds. No, it was Trey Murphy III. Trey Murphy III, he is out for the season. Torn labrum in the right shoulder. Mitchell Robinson is still day-to-day. Jalen Brunson is out until early April with the ankle. Yikes. Let's see. Jalen Suggs is out for the rest of the season.
Damn, not Jalen.
Yep. Mo Wags is out for the rest of the season.
Mo with it. I had some injuries up on my screen. I don't know where they went. That's why I kicked it to you.
Paul George is out for the rest of the season.
Paulie. Like, what does these injuries contribute to, though? Excuse me. Like, is it? I know we talked about it before. Like, is it lack of conditioning?
I'm not too sure what it is. Injury bug is really biting right now. Bradley Beal's out again with the hamstring.
Chris LeVert out. Larry Nance Jr.
Yep.
Jalen Jackson. Jalen Johnson.
Bonus is out. Was sprained.
Jalen Johnson. Obi. Tatum out with his knee. Brown out with his back. Boston fucked up right now, but I'm not supposed to mention that. Cam Thompson. Josh Giddey. Lonzo out again. Oh, damn. It says Lonzo Ball.
Herb Jones is also out.
He said Lonzo Ball wrist injury is not going well. His recovery. Here we go again.
John Moran is out with the hamstring again.
We got. I don't want to name them, but Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic is day to day. Aaron Gordon day to day. Stephen Curry's out.
Steph is out tonight.
Rest
right now.
Moved out Tuesday. Managing back issues. He's like me. Pascal Siakam day to day. Questionable. Personal reasons. Why everybody out for personal reasons? What's up with you guys? Like, come on. That's how they getting them. That's how they doing it now, Moo.
Personal reasons.
Nah. You guys got to save your personals to the end of the year and use your personals so we don't gotta, so you guys can sit and get some rest. Because the NBA gonna find us.
But I think that plays another part of it. The reason why I wanted to talk about the injuries, because I think that plays another part of it, right? Because when talking about Bradley Beal, I'm talking about his no trade clause, and a team simply coming up to him, or a GM simply coming up to him, asking him where he wants to go. It ultimately depends on one, if the team wants him and wants to take on that hefty contract, because we all know the baggage that Bradley Beal comes with. But at the same time, what if a team is like straight up no, just because of his injury history? Like, look how many games he's played in the past since he's been on the Suns, right? And we're not willing to pay a player that much money when he's barely been available. So I think it's hard, bro. Like with these injuries piling up and players,
the Bucks are relatively healthy.
It's not going to be easy to move these contracts. It's not going to be easy to have players.
Hold on.
Willing to jump.
Golden State, Detroit. I hope a lot of these players start getting healthy, because right now, the Bucks looking kind of healthy.
Bucks looking healthy. Detroit looks healthy. There's
Clippers got 2 people out. They looking healthy. The Lakers looking unhealthy. Bad playoffs ahead for them. Memphis ain't looking healthy.
The Clippers they're pretty healthy. The Pacers
ain't looking healthy.
Kind of banged up right now. Detroit is solid. The Nets are solid, even though they did lose today. Shoot, I mean, you got your day-to-days with, some soreness with the Celtics, but even then, they're solid. The Knicks relatively solid, except for Jalen. But yeah, with the playoffs coming down the line, there's less than 20 games left. You got, some of these injuries are starting to pile up. It's going to be a tough postseason, man. I think this postseason is going to have implications on a lot of things and how a lot of teams are going to look going forward.
Buwab, do you think injuries, with all these players getting injured, that's going to play into this off season with a lot of players with household names like Trae Young and guys like that? Do you think we're going to see a lot of those guys move this off season?
I mean, I don't know. Trae Young contract is what? Any up this year? Or I don't know.
I think it's either done this year. I could check, or it's he 1-1.
I don't know because he signed the same contract Lucas signed, and I think it was the same year. They all got that supermax, so he probably got like 2 years maybe on that contract. Trae Young is in a weird spot. It's not often that you can win with a point guard as your best player on your team. He got a supermax. So
he has a player in 2026, 2027.
He did sign that supermax. Damn, he fucked himself up.
He didn't really fuck himself up, but it's the reality of.
So he has 2 more years on his contract.
He don't got no trade clause, so motherfucker trade you where you don't want to go for a year or two type deal. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna get your money.
Yeah, but as far as
I wish somebody touched their head, Justin. $215 million.
Yeah, possibly going to the squad.
Why I'm saying he ain't fucked up is because he supposed to believe he that nigga, right?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
He supposed to believe that. So like,
He that nigga.
I want that bread. I want that max bread. And at the end of the day, whatever the future bring. But what I'm saying as far as Atlanta fucked themselves up. That's who fucked themselves up because, again, you put yourself in a tight situation because, Lord forbid, Trae just come out and say he want to be traded. Now you fucked because now he's admitting that he don't want to be there no more. Now teams can take advantage of that. So Atlanta kind of put themselves in the tight position. To me, you have to realize, and I get it. Sometimes you be in a sticky situation. Like I understand where you in a situation where you want to sell seats. But that's why I was saying about Phoenix, because I don't think Devin Booker is selling seats. I don't think Devin Booker is must-see basketball. So I don't believe you can't overdo that. You know what I'm saying? I think you can overdo something like that. Now, Trae is a different situation for Atlanta because he is their box office star. But at the same time, you gotta accept the fact that a couple of years ago, we was once lucky to get a Trae Young and maybe you get another one. But right now, Trae Young ain't getting us to the promised land. And we don't want to be in purgatory again, which is the middle of the pack. You have no leverage as the middle of the pack. You don't get good draft picks. And more than likely, if you're a small market team, nobody wants to go there. You're not attracting free agents. You can be the Lakers and be the middle of the pack because people want to come to LA. You can be Golden State and be the middle of the pack. People want to come to Golden State. You can be Miami and be the middle of the pack. People want to come to Miami. Nobody wants to go to Phoenix.
Why not? Phoenix not bad.
It's not that it's not bad. Again, it's still like if you're a superstar, it's more of the, I can't really grow my brand out here too tough. I could if I was drafted here, right? Like if I'm a homegrown star here, started my career here, elevated my brand here, and then you know what I'm saying, to a Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, to a Russell Westbrook. They got established in small markets. But would it be without each other? If they don't have that 2012 finals appearance, do people look at OKC as, oh, this is what they did through the draft? They got Russell Westbrook, they got Harden, and got KD, and they went to a finals. Do people say that's the model we need to follow if that don't happen? No. So again, it's on the players to make this small market more than just what it is, a small market. It's on the players. And Phoenix just unfortunately didn't get the right players. I mean, they did as good as a team could have in this era. They took a team to the finals in a small market. And they played another small market team, to be quite frank, right? It was the battle of the small markets.
That's kind of fair.
So, I mean, again, you gotta be if you who the fuck were you just talking about? Just forgot.
Do you think all the injuries is going to be why players are moved this off season?
But yeah, but we was talking about which team in particular. Just forgot.
No, that was just the question. And then I said somebody like a Trae Young.
Right, you did that. That's what I'm saying. So again, if you trade,
you did that. You did that. No, you did that.
I'm saying that's the team you brought up, though. Trae Young, though, exactly. But yeah, Trae Young, again, if you Atlanta, if you're a small market team, you just have to accept that it's gonna be trials and tribulations, bro. Like it literally took, if you think about Milwaukee being a small market team, they have 2 titles in their existence. 2 of them were won by obviously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and Giannis, who is making his way as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. That's how that usually goes. No disrespect to Trae Young. He is a great player, but he has not shown us that he is the greatest player or you know what I'm saying, one of these type of caliber players. He just hasn't shown it. And you just got to move off him. You have to accept it. You tried. He's a great talent, but before he gets older and washed, you need to trade him while his trade value is up there. You have to accept it. Because you can get something for him right now. Because he's not really injury prone or nothing like that. He is a walking double-double. I thought San Antonio would have been the best spot for him, but now they got Fox. I don't know about that no more.
See ya.
And that's again what make it hard for a guy like Trae Young, because there's not a lot of teams that's necessarily looking for his services. That's like contending type teams or a team that just want to give up a lot of assets for him because they're gonna watch this fucking movie in Atlanta already. They see the numbers, they see you can make shit happen, but do you win games? Not for real.
Fair point.
So I asked that question because I found this list of ranking every NBA team's top 3 most likely be traded this off season. And the first team, which my dumbass said, Trae Young. And then, we got Boo. The first team was the Atlanta Hawks. Now the Boo Up soliloquy over, I think I can safely say the names. We got Terrence Mann, Trae Young, and Georgie named. Agree or don't agree?
Agree for what?
Do you think that those going to be like their top 3 players moved this offseason?
Potentially.
Oh, give me your feels.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely think they need to move off Trae Young, though.
We're going an hour 30. We know.
Yeah.
Who I gonna like this next one? That's why I want to stop you. It's the Boston Celtics.
No way.
Yeah. Man, that's a shocking name on here for me. But their 3 names is Xavier Tillman. Well, it's 2, because they got Sam Hauser on here. And they got Drew Holiday. Agree or disagree? Who I disagree, put Brown in there. We got you.
I agree.
Not Sam Hauser, though. His stock is up, though, so you could probably get something for him.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Hauser, shooting all those 3 spots.
It's
probably hurt. Yeah. It probably hurt the fuck out the Celtics, but yeah.
I don't think it'll hurt them, though, to lose Drew Holiday right now.
No, we got Derrick White. And Peyton Pritchard. My nigga, the nigga you wouldn't say his name.
It's just more so like I just think at this stage in Drew Holiday's career, like He's still a serviceable point guard, but he's just not the same player no more. His name can still ring a little bells here and there, like depending on the situation. But where would he go? What teams could use a Drew Holiday as their starting point guard or whatever? Like, that's the question. And I don't see a lot of teams that'll be just like over the top for him. That's in position for his services. Like, Boston was perfect for him. Perfect. It didn't get no perfect for him. So now it's like, where is he going to go? What team out there could use his services? Now, some could argue maybe the Lakers.
Possibly. I would hate it, but possibly.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of like alleviate some of their defensive woes at that guard position. But to be honest, and it's no knock against Drew Holiday, he's 33 years old. He is not the same defender he once was.
Slowing down.
It's just what it is. It's no knock against him, but it is what it is. Like, you're not finna get that Drew that was like that in 2021. You're not finna get that. What you will get is a smart point guard who can pick his moments and things of that nature, which is fine. But you need to have an established and compatible being the operative word here for a guy like Drew Holiday. It needs to be compatible for him. The Lakers, would it sound nice? Yeah, but I don't really know if you're bringing him in there just to be like this defensive guy. I'm not in love with that. He needs to be on a great defensive unit. If you bring him in there to be like your key guy defensively, no. Because if a guy like Anthony Davis can't make the Lakers, like, you know what I'm saying, he can have his moments where he's over compensating defensively, and then people get mad because he can't pick it up offensively because he overcompensating defensively. Like, he's covering for this guy miss rotation. He's doing this and doing that. So, yeah, Drew Holiday, if you could move him, I just don't know where. The other two guys are rotational players. Like, they don't have much cliche for real. Like, if anything, you're just you might be getting some addition, but you losing some too. Like, whatever. Like, it's nothing major. You can't move your cornerstones, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So, like, that would be dumb anyway. So, yeah. Everybody, Boston's that's just like bad to me. I don't even know why they're on the list. They don't really got real assets.
I mean, you got to get trade somebody.
Who though?
Brooklyn Nets. We got Cam Johnson, D'Angelo Russell, and Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
They should have been one.
Honestly.
All those players are young. D'Angelo Russell might not have a huge market for him, but Cam Johnson, he's more, to me, the easier. He's a real role player, 3-and-D type of guy. Who's the other player?
Cam Thomas.
Now, Cam Thomas, he like a Monte Ellis. He another guy that's not going to really have a huge market just based off of that. Like, can he score? For sure. But, again, the market is just not there for a guy like that because you already can kind of tell that you probably can't build around him. So that hurts you in the market. If I know as a if I'm a franchise and I know I can't build around you, I gotta build with you, or use you as a piece to build with. I need to have an established star or superstar already. So, and then it's so thick at these wing positions and these guard positions. It's just like you're trading one name for the next name. Like a lot of these guys be similar. So it's like, where is he going to go? Tell me a team he can go to right now, and it's gonna make sense. Cam Thomas.
Detroit.
I like that. Low key. I like that. Detroit is a good place. Him, K. That's a good place. I'm not gonna dispute that. That's a good place. But they're gonna have to give up something because Brooklyn gonna want something.
Give him a second round pick.
Give him Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, let's give him a fucking bulldog, nigga. The elbow, nigga.
But if I'm Brooklyn, that's tough.
I got 30 teams.
They'll get over it.
He said they'll get over it. The Charlotte Hornets. Mark Williams, Miles Bridges, Yusuf Nurkic.
Ain't no market for Nurkic. He finna be out the league. He finna go overseas. Miles Bridges is a market for him. It'll probably maybe a team like Cleveland.
I was gonna say the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, you'll have to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. or some shit like that. I don't know if they want to do that.
Mm.
I would say
not time for that anyway.
What about the Magic?
They got Paolo.
Yeah, well, he could be his right hand man.
They got what's his name? Maurice Wagner, Jalen Suggs. Yeah. They got two.
They got to play their people. Mm-hmm.
And they got Franz Wagner too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, well, a guy like Miles Bridges.
LaMelo Ball is not going to be there next year or after or about to start the next season.
I was about to do the LaMelo. Yeah, I don't know. He's not on here, but we're going to see. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people could be moving that we ain't expecting.
You're not on there, but I think it's.
I'm hoping to see some names on here, but the Bulls, they ain't really got no names. I guess it's two people. I'm not saying this nigga last name. His first name is Nikola Vucevic and then Kevin Huerter.
Hey, I see. I will see that. See them on the move.
I can see. Honestly, though, like all the players on the move, Vooch don't got no real market for sure.
Like, I don't even want to do the Cavs because they ain't got nobody.
The market is not really there for Vooch, but Ayo and Kevin Huerter, the market out there. You just gotta kind of, again, with players like that, when you in no man's land, you kind of gotta just settle for draft picks or throwaway contracts. You just got to. You're not going to, if you're a team again like the Bulls, that's just in they really bad right now. So like it don't even matter. You just need to stay bad till you get up. They went through a phase from 99 to like 2009, you know what I'm saying, where it was bad. Like they just was getting quality picks, but then they finally landed a you know what I'm saying, a once in a lifetime type player. But you just got to accept that if you're a small market team. Like, look at Orlando when they let go of Shaq. Like, it took 10 years for them to be relevant again. It happens. It's just what happened.
Talking about the Bulls, though, they were next. Well, we were talking about that. I said they were next. Cleveland Cavaliers, Nate Liz was next. Dean Wade, Isaac Okra.
or
Okra. Isaac Okra. And Max Struess. Another person never coming on the podcast.
too many role players, bro.
It is. That's why I wanted to get here. Before you came in, me and Moo was talking about this. The Dallas Mavericks. Dwight Powell, PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford.
Washington has a little value. He's a stretch forward. Can guard.
Anybody relative.
He can guard. He can guard threes and fours.
It'd be good for probably a team, probably a budding team.
All right, so I want to do the Golden State. I'm gonna skip around because I don't want to be all night. Golden State has Buddy Hield, Moses Moody, and Jonathan Kuminga.
Kuminga got some promise. Moody a solid piece.
The only one who really don't got a market like that, probably Buddy.
No, he got a market.
He got a market, but it's not as strong as the other two.
It's not, and that's because again, a lot of teams got shooters. Like Buddy would just be filling a void. You would have to be a team that's lacking shooting. A la maybe a Milwaukee Bucks. You know what I'm saying? They could use a Buddy maybe. You will have to be a team that's in desperate need of shooting to kind of pick up a guy like Buddy Hield right now. Because he inconsistent. That's his real problem. He'll give you a month of great shooting, and he'll give you a month of bad shooting. It's no like real upside, should I say, right? Of getting a Buddy Hield. It's no track history of like we acquired Buddy Hield and our 3-point shooting went through the roof. It's just no real market for him right now. But the other two, Kuminga kind of like this wild card player. Given the right circumstances, he could probably produce more.
Yeah, that's true. Especially because he's still young.
Yeah. He raw talent for the most part. Like, I still don't know, like, other than him being like this raw athlete, just don't know nothing like he's excelled in where I can be like, this is his game. This is what he do. I still have not seen it yet. And that could be because he's limited in a great system. Golden State is a great system, but you have to be established in who you are already to kind of like make it work. That's why Jimmy was able to come in and do what he did because he knows who he is. I don't know if Kuminga knows who he is yet. So
all right, I got two more, and then I'm gonna say the rest for later. I got the Houston Rockets. Their three names is Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green, and Fred VanVleet. He has a team option.
I say no.
you say no?
Yeah, I
Because you don't trade Fred.
I don't think you trade any of them. I think Houston has a really solid young core. Houston has a solid team. You got Fred, keep Fred with that dynamic. Maybe add a few other pieces. But I think those three, I think you kind of keep together with the pieces that you do have. I don't know. I like what Houston is doing right now. I think if they can just continue to build the way that they have been building, they might have something.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Moo on that. Like, they do got the young core. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you would move off of Jalen Green just yet. Fred VanVleet is really, outside of, like, Dylan Brooks, is like your only vet on the team. Like, I would probably try to keep him as well. And yeah, the Cam Whitmore kid, he just young. Like, again, with them type of players, you ain't gonna get nothing but like a different role player. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I would probably, if I'm Houston, I would just stay packed, kind of let that team develop a little bit more before I just jump to the guns. It's okay to kind of overachieve to a degree, like Houston is doing right now. They number 2 in the West, but at the same time, you got to just be realistic about it. You have a young core that's overachieving. That's why I don't like buy into this. This is the toughest Western Conference we ever seen shit, because how, if a team like Houston, who nobody truly really respect, because if you ask the average NBA fan right now, they probably don't even know Houston is number 2 in the West. So it's just like, you got to just accept that, yeah, we overachieving, but at the same time, there's room to grow. It'll be different if Houston is just the number 2 seed for the next 2 or 3 years, but they study getting bounced out in the first round. Like, you have to at least give this situation right here at least 2, maybe 3 years, in my opinion.
All right, we had an hour 40, so I'm gonna cut it there. Final thoughts.
Make sure y'all tune into the rest of the shows about the rest of the week. Gentlemen's Talk tomorrow. It's supposed to be a really, really big show. So next year, y'all catch that show. We got a huge wrestling show coming at y'all on Thursday. Make sure y'all catch PBT. You know what it is. And then tune in Inside the Huddle. Me and Mel, we're going to be talking that ish Friday. Don't miss it. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Who up?
Well, my dogs.